10 tips and tricks for Zoom. 1. Create recurring meetings with saved settings and one URL. For weekly meetings, monthly check-ins, and other regularly scheduled calls, Zoom lets you create a recurring meeting. There are 2 benefits to using this setting. First, it lets you lock in all the call settings you want once and have them be in place every time you meet. Second, recurring calls use the same join URL each time, so you never have to send a fresh one to attendees. 2. Record the call as a video. Zoom lets you record your web conferencing calls as videos, a handy feature for sharing the meeting with people who may have missed it or for reviewing what was said. When you record, you must choose whether to use the local or cloud option. Local means you store the video file yourself, whether locally on your computer or in another storage space that you provide. With cloud, which is for paying members only, Zoom stores the video for you in its cloud storage. Different account types come with different amounts of storage. One convenience of the cloud option is that people can stream the video in a web browser once it's ready. 3. Have a collaborative annotation session. Screen sharing allows the host of a call to display whatever's on their screen to everyone else on the call. Annotation tools let all the meeting participants draw and highlight what's on screen, which can be immensely helpful when discussing visual materials, such as mock-ups, graphic designs, and so forth. To annotate while viewing someone else's shared screen, select View option from the top of the Zoom window, and then choose Annotate. A toolbar appears with all your options for annotating, including text, draw, arrow, and so forth. The presenter can use the Save button on the toolbar to capture the complete image with annotations as a screenshot. You can also disable attendee annotation altogether. 4. Co-host calls. Meetings can have more than one person at the helm. A PR rep might want to cooperatively control a meeting alongside an executive, or a team with more than one lead may prefer to each co-host rather than choose one person over the other. Whatever your circumstances, you can start a Zoom call and have more than one person be in charge. 5. Give attendees a waiting room. Zoom lets attendees get into a video call with or without the host being present. Small groups sometimes like this option because they can have a few minutes to chit-chat before the meeting officially kicks off. In some situations, however, it could be in poor form to have attendees in a virtual room together, waiting for you to start. A better solution is to create a virtual waiting room, where attendees remain on hold until you let them in all at the same time or one by one. 6. See who attended. Say you're using Zoom to hold a press conference or university lecture. You probably want to know who attends. You can get that information from a report once the meeting is finished. The attendee list for all meetings lives in the Zoom Meetings tab in the Reports section. You'll see a list of both previous and upcoming meetings, which you can filter by time range or meeting ID. When you find the meeting or meetings you want, click Generate and then select Registration. 7. Collect information from attendees. In addition to getting an attendance sheet, you can also gather information from meeting attendees about themselves before they join the call. For example, you might want to require that attendees provide their name, company affiliation, or industry. To collect this information, first you need to require registration, an option found in the My Meetings tab of the Zoom web app. Then, you can set up a form that attendees must fill out before they can join the meeting. 8. Let someone else schedule your meetings. People who work with an assistant will love this option in Zoom that gives scheduling privileges to someone else. Whoever manages your calendar can now schedule Zoom calls for you. To set up the scheduling assistant privilege, log into Zoom, open Meeting Settings, and look under Other. You'll see a plus sign next to Assign Scheduling Privilege. Add your scheduling assistants by typing their email addresses and finish by clicking Assign. 9. Automatically post Zoom meeting links in Slack. Here's a tip we use at Zapier to reduce the amount of work needed for team meetings. We have a Zapier automation, also called a Zap, set up so that anytime a new team meeting in Zoom kicks off, the Zoom link gets posted to the appropriate channel in Slack. 10. Learn a few essential keyboard shortcuts. If you use Zoom more than once a week, there are a couple of keyboard shortcuts worth learning to save you oodles of time.